This is my game. Around 3 months ago, I thought it would be a good idea to make a superhero first-person fighting game. And for the past 3 months, I've been working on this game. And I'm cooked. In order to see what I'm talking about, we need to go back. Way back. Okay, that's too far. Here, this video was around the time I was releasing videos every week, mainly because it was the summer, and I thought what better way to spend the summer than hunched over my computer coding. So I decided to make my Steam game as a challenge. But what I didn't realize about the games I was creating was they were terrible. What the heck is going on? Oh my gosh! I mean, I made the boss fight and the comment and all that fun stuff, but you couldn't do either of those things because I was way too lazy to make it a game. Fast forward a little while and we go through my favorite process of making a game, which is creating the freaking game.
You can uppercut by pressing the same button. It's genius.
During this phase, I created all the combat and enemy variety,
which is when you immediately flop back on the ground because I already see.
Which so far is only 2 enemies, which I mean is not a lot, and it's kind of stupid, kind of like me. I don't know where I'm going with this. I also made 2 whole videos pretty much dedicated to creating superpowers, which included flight, which is kind of cool when you consider all the flight attacks, but it also has laser finger.
Oh crap.
Then there's this electricity with some cool combo ability, and more laser finger. Then there was fire. Nobody's gonna use fire, let's be honest. It's kind of terrible, and nobody really likes it, or really cares if it exists or not. It only has 2 dumb abilities, but let's not judge it. Just because it sucks doesn't mean it's bad. But then speed, which is really buggy, but buggy more like nobody likes buggy things, so I guess you can say they give me a nervous tick. Ice is great, no complaints about ice, although I would probably need to add more variety on the moves, and the rock power is pretty cool too. This is the best part of making a game. I didn't spend any less time on one specific power, I don't know what you're talking about. But this brings me back to around 2 weeks ago when I started working on making my game a freaking game. See, for the past 3 months, I didn't create really a single level, so I needed to change that. The first level I needed was an intro, because currently when you press play, you just plop into the city. Right, a main menu. But anyway, I started creating this facility with enemies, stuff, and space, probably a bomb. So you might be wondering, why are we in this facility? Well, I am so glad that you asked. So basically, I don't know. This is a spaceship, because that's where robots come from, I think. That is controlled by this man on the intercom, whose voices are still not recorded, and they basically capture you to replicate your powers or something like that, but accidentally made you forget all about your powers in the process. To spawn in the enemies at this point in time, I was an idiot and just made a whole bunch of specific enemy spawners in my content drawer that I will never be able to use again, so that was just a big waste of time. But apparently doing all of the mechanics before the levels was actually a genius, because now I can just pull up Beefcake from a previous video, create some UI animations, and now we have a boss fight all ready to go. My vision was that after you defeat Beefcake, you jump out of a spaceship and see that your city is cluttered with robots. And yeah, there's just too many robots. You then have to go down and beat up the same robots to unlock more sections of the map. But wait, the map is terrible. So in my first video, I watched this tutorial on making procedural buildings in Blender, but I ended up never using them because there wasn't enough variety in the buildings, which is why I recently used my custom buildings and placed them all around. But this is really slow, so I put my nerd glasses on, and I figured out how to add more variety to the buildings. It's kind of terrible in its current state, but I can add whatever I want to it later because I currently need to focus on making some actual levels. The first level I wanted to create was a simple office building that was repurposed by the robots, so I hopped into Blender and made a pretty cool lobby for the office. Okay, so apparently I suck at this kind of thing. So I guess level design and mechanic design are 2 completely different professions. How was I supposed to know that? This is what I meant when I said I was cooked. I don't know how to design a level. So I took it slow and started by modeling some office supplies like desks, computers, and other stuff. Then I decided to use Cube Grid for my level because that seemed to work last time. The tool basically works by making cubes on a grid, which basically
It takes the grid on the ground and you make stuff go up and down, and you can make a map out of it.
Then all I had to do was decorate it like an office, and we just had an office building. It was around this time they actually made a customizable enemy spawner and used that throughout the level. Now, to end the level, I needed to find a way to destroy the office building and take out all of the robots. Now, you might think the best way to do that is lock in and just be a superhero you're meant to be, but actually the most efficient way to do this is use a bomb. Yeah, my brain has had enough of this level design nonsense. I need a break from this game to work on other games that don't require level design. But don't think I'm quitting. That's just not who I am. I'm just taking a break. Bye.